Now, forewarned weather with Exact Track 4D.
Here's a look at your weather headlines as we have the week ahead. I mean, an air quality advisory for the 7th straight day, and it's still no guarantee that we won't see this extended into tomorrow. So as of right now, it's set to lift tonight, but it's a little iffy whether or not we'll get an extension. Now, humidity will be on the rise later this week, so long will be the comfortable conditions that we haven't really been able to enjoy because of the poor air quality. Now, rain chances are best early next week. Couple little localized isolated chances that really aren't even worth mentioning. We're talking 10 to 15% chance. But here has been the scene over the course of a week. So Michael sending in this My Pick photo out of West Bloomfield. You do get some spectacular fiery looking sunrises and sunsets. This was the sunset from last night, but it's just not great to be breathing in that air. So air quality index, we're teetering between unhealthy for sensitive groups and unhealthy for all throughout the day today. More widespread for sensitive groups, but you'll see a few pockets developing even up in the UP and portions of lower Michigan, like down by Monroe, where we do have pockets that are a little bit worse than the widespread unhealthy for sensitive group pollutants. But the fire and smoke map is much more prominent for today compared to yesterday. We have the northerly flow of air draping the Great Lakes, and so that's pumping in the smoke. And so from Minnesota all the way up towards the New England region, from Boston to Philadelphia, dealing with a thicker smoke layer for today. Here's your smoke forecast. So this light yellow that you see here would be the stronger plumes. And so we do start to see that retreat a little bit, but we still have that gray layer going into tomorrow. Winds are shifting out of the east. So pretty much what you see off towards Buffalo will be working its way here before the winds then start to come out of the south and then allow that smoke to retreat when we get into your Thursday. We'll take a closer look at the wind direction forecast to really illustrate this for you. You see these arrows, all of this being pumped in coming out of the north. And so those wildfires to our northeast will continuously bring that smoke into our area based on the wind. But by tomorrow morning, now we're getting that easterly flow, so it's a little bit of a shift. And then once we get to Thursday morning, it's a southeasterly flow. So that's going to allow everything to retreat. In fact, the winds pick up into the evening, and so that'll give us an extra little boost to get this stuff out of here. So I think we have better conditions certainly by Thursday. But the air quality alert through tonight for all of southeastern Michigan. This afternoon, partly cloudy, but it's going to look more overcast just because of that smoke layer. 85 for the afternoon high. If you're heading out to the Tigers game, don't have to worry about the tarp on the field. We're in this dry stretch, just hazy and warm. Low 80s for first pitch, low 70s by game's end. Speaking of that dry stretch, now the form of moisture we will be following, humidity. So it starts to creep in tomorrow. You see a little green blip. I think that's mostly just the moisture in the air. Really, our next best chance of rain probably not until we get into Monday of next week, but you will feel the humidity. It'll be that air you can wear going into the weekend. So you see that bump in the humidity on our Muggy meter going above that humid level Friday and Saturday. Not quite to tropical, but it still will be a little oppressive given that the air temperatures are rising too. So those upper 80s will likely feel like we're into the 90s for the upcoming weekend.